Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to our final math session of this week, where we're going to be looking at division strategies, following on from yesterday's multiplication. So, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to divide numbers that contain decimals, that you should be able to use different division strategies, and you should be able to explain how you arrived at an answer. Now then, first question here is going to be looking at dividing by 10 and dividing by 100. Now this is where our place value is going to come in. So I'm just going to quickly draw out a very quick table for my place value units. So I've got that across there. So dividing by 10 and 100. So very quick table here. Now then. This here is going to be the decimal place. So I got my units, or my ones, if that's your preference, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Okay. On this side here, I have got my tenths, and I've got my hundredths. So this will always have a decimal place before them. So there we go, we can see that one here. Now, if I'm dividing by 10 or 100, it is just all about moving the place value. So if I was to say, okay, I want to do 463 divided by 10. Okay, so I could write that into my boxes, 463. And if I divide that by 10, all of these numbers are going to move one place to the right. So the 4 will go across, the 6 will go across, and the 3 will go across. So 463 divided by 10 is 46.3. Let's have a look at another one there. Let's divide this one by 100. So I have got 762, and I'm going to divide that by 100. Okay, so 762, let me just get rid of this here for you. So 762, I've got my 7, my 6, and my 2, 706 tens and 2 units, and they will all move, if I'm dividing this by 100, okay, they will move 2 places to the right. Notice 10 is 1 place, 100 is 2 places. Look at the zeros that are there. So 2 places to 7 is going to go 1, 2 to here, the 6, and the 2. So 762 divided by 100 is 7.62. So a quick recap there of dividing by 10 and dividing by 100. You can always use a place value table if you need to. It's very quick and easy to draw out. Okay, another multiplication as a division strategy is the inverse. So I've got one of my questions here, and it says 144 divided by what is equal to 12? Well, I know that this is going to be somewhere in the 12 times table because it's got a nice even number at the end. So what could I multiply to get 144? What can I, 12 times what is equal to 144? Well, the answer there is 12. That must mean then that 144 divided by 12 is equal to 12. It's using the inverse. I'm using multiplication to help me with division. I can use division to help me with multiplication. So 48 divided by something is equal to 8. If I look at this the other way, 8 times something is equal to 48. 8 times what is 48? Well, that is 6. So therefore, 48 divided by 6 is equal to 8. And that is using what we call the inverse. And then, we are now on to everyone's favourite, the bus stop method. Of course, you might have more ways of dividing numbers, and that is absolutely fine. Use a method that is quick and is easy for you. As long as it gets you the right answer, and as long as it's quick, then that is okay. So let's have a look at this bus stop question here. So I have got 22.4 kilograms divided by 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out my bus stop, and I am dividing 22.4 kilograms, and that is being divided by 7. Okay. First of all, I'm going to put in my decimal place so I don't forget that it needs a decimal place in there. And at the side here, if you need it, you can write your 7 times table. If you need that, write it down to help you. It is absolutely not a problem. Okay, so I am going to stop at times by 9 because I don't need to go any further than that. So how many times does 7 go into 2? Well, it doesn't. Okay, 2 divided by 7 would not give me a whole number. So I can't do that. So I can put my 0 and I carry my 2 across. 22 divided by 7. 22 divided by 7, well, 22 is here, so it would be 3. That gets me to 21, and I've got a remainder of 1, which is 14. 14 divided by 7, well, that's nice and easy. That is a 2. No remainder, don't need to go any further. 3.2. So 22.4 kilograms divided by 7 is 3.2. And the important part here, kilograms. Do not forget your unit of measurement. Let's have a look at another one. This one is involving money. I've got pounds and pence in this one. I've got 85 pounds and 44 pence. So 85.44 pounds. So again, I'm dividing this by 16. Now, I've already written out on the side here, I've already done the 16 times table in case you need it to help you. So it's there for you. So on my side here, I'm going to have 16. And how many times does that go into 85.44? Straight away, I'm going to put that decimal place in. The decimal place is not going to move anywhere. Okay, try and keep it in those columns. How many times does 16 go into 8? Now, this is where some people get confused. They'll go, 8 divided by 16, that's 2. Remember, we are dividing from what is outside. So it is 8 divided by 16. That can't be done with a whole number. So it's a 0, and my 8 moves across. 85 divided by 16. Well, 85 comes about here in this times table. So the closest number is 80. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then from 80 to 85, what is my remainder? Well, it's a remainder of 5 as well. So 85 divided by 16 is 5, remainder 5. Again, I go past my decimal place now, and I've now got 54 divided by 16. 54 would be about here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So it's 3. 48 to 54, okay, because the number I've got close to is 48. So 48 to 54 is 6. So 54 divided by 16 is 3, remainder 6. And then that'll leave me with 64. Well, that's nice and easy because 64 is there on my table. And that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4. So 85 pounds and 44 pence divided by 16. What does that equal? That would equal, and I'm just going to have to press it at the bottom here. That would equal, don't forget my units of measurement, £5 and 34 pence. £5.34. Okay, and there it is. Your work today is to complete the division worksheet that's been sent to your parents. It's also available on Google Drive as always if you want to have a go at, if you want to download it from there. Your work needs to be sent to me as soon as you've finished. Now you're doing really, really well with getting your maths in the morning, so keep it going. Again, if you are delayed, don't worry, as long as it's sent in before 3:30 p.m. There are extension activities on StudyLad and SumDog if you would like to have a go on there. So year 6, have a wonderful session, and we'll go through some more of these questions in our maths Skype call this morning. Thank you very much.